6:45. This is Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. He is a news editor by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 will be presented today. Minister of Justice says that 150 votes in the House is enough to pass the proposed 22nd Amendment to the Constitution. Agri loans are handed over to farmers for the Maha season. The President instructs district secretaries to provide immediate relief to those affected by adverse weather. Fuel prices slashed. The Archbishop of Colombo requests Catholics to celebrate Christmas this year and avoid lavish spending on decorations. News overseas, several dead after drone and missile attacks across Ukraine. In sports cricket, Sri Lanka meet the UAE in a decisive qualifying match in the T20 Cricket World Cup today. And those are the headlines. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 will be presented today. Accordingly, time has been allocated from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. for the motion at the adjournment time brought in by the government. The Parliamentary Committee has decided to debate 6 bills presented by the Ministry of Justice on Wednesday from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Furthermore, a vote is scheduled to be held at the end of the debate on the second reading of the 22nd Amendment to the Constitution, which will be held on the 21st until 5:30 p.m. Minister of Justice Dr. Vijaydas Rajapaksa says that 150 votes in the House is enough to pass the proposed 22nd Amendment to the Constitution. At a press briefing held in his ministry yesterday, he said that this amendment is not meant to support or suppress any political party, but to enhance democracy in the country. He expressed confidence that majority of the parliamentarians will vote for the proposal. Meanwhile, Minister Vijaydas Rajapaksa said that there should be a change in the tax system in this country and direct taxation should be increased in order to recover the collapsed economy regardless of the International Monetary Fund conditions. The minister also pointed out that although the existing government had prepared a tax plan to collect tax from high-income earners by 2019, a crisis was created in the country by changing it by the former president. Issuing of loans for cultivation for the forthcoming Maha season through banks to the farmers has commenced. The program was started at the Netopitiya Agrarian Development Center. 314,673 hectares of paddy lands will be cultivated for the Maha season this year. Loans of 50,000 rupees each have been provided to 11 farmers by Minister Mahinda Amaravira. Issuing of loans will be conducted under the pilot project of Agrarian Bank. During this year, 7,124 million rupees have been given to 207,000 farmers for the cultivation of their lands. According to a decision taken by the President Ranil Wickremesinghe, a 688 million rupee loan which was obtained by farmers from state banks has been cut. These loans are scheduled to be provided to the banks by the Treasury within a 2-year period. The government has allocated 350 million rupees to implement this proposal. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. President's Media Division says President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed all the district secretaries to coordinate the relief work with the help of the Disaster Management Center for those affected by the prevailing bad weather condition. The President has also mentioned that all necessary provisions have been allocated through the Ministry of Finance and has directed the officials to provide all necessary facilities, including food and medicine, to the affected people. He has advised the officials to pay special attention to the sanitary facilities of the affected people. The President further instructed the district secretaries to work in coordination with all the divisional secretaries and officials of the line ministries to get the support of government officials and the armed forces in this relief program. Chairman of the Elections Commission, S.G. Punchiheva, says they are determined to hold local government elections a minimum of 2 weeks prior to March 20th, 2023, according to the law All LG bodies have to be constituted by that day. As such, the EC has tentatively decided to hold LG polls in late February 2023. The government extended the term of office of 275 Pradeshik Sabhas, 41 town councils and 24 municipal councils on January 11th by 1 year up to the 19th of March 2023 after the 4-year term of the office of 340 LG bodies had expired by then. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has issued the power cut schedule from today till the 21st of October. Accordingly, 2 hours and 20 minutes power cuts will continue from groups A to L and P to W. 1 hour power cuts will be enforced during day and 1 hour and 20 minutes at night. And that's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Minister of Power and Energy Kanchana Wijesekhara says that the price of octane 92 petrol has been reduced by 40 rupees per litre and the price of auto diesel by 15 rupees a litre with effect from 9 p.m. last night. Accordingly, the new price of the octane 92 petrol will be 370 rupees per litre while auto diesel will be 415 rupees per litre. However, the prices of other petroleum products will remain the same, he said in a tweet. And that was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight, the Archbishop of Colombo, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit, has called on Catholics to celebrate Christmas on a low key this year and avoid spending lavishly on decorations. Speaking during a religious service held to mark the 75th Jubilee of the St. Teresa's Church, Buttapatala, Nigambu yesterday, Cardinal Ranjit said Christmas this year should be confined to feeding the hungry. And that was Watchlight, and moving on to World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
We give you the strength to rise higher and higher.
Never step back, but always march forward.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
First, the headlines as several dead after drone and missile attacks across Ukraine. UK Treasury Chief Jeremy Hunt reverses nearly all tax cut plans. Record fine for Australian casino operator over money laundering. And those are the headlines of the World News. President Zelensky says Russia launched drone and missile attacks across Ukraine all night and all morning, trying to terrorize civilians. 4 people have been killed, including a pregnant woman, after Kyiv was hit by kamikaze drones, authorities say. And 4 people have died after a rocket attack in the northeastern Sumy region, the government says. Frantic rescue work is going on the center of Kyiv after buildings were damaged. British Chancellor of the Treasury, Jeremy Hunt, has reversed most of an economic package announced by the government just weeks ago, saying the country needed to rebuild investor confidence. Hunt said on Monday he was scrapping almost all the tax cuts announced last month and signaled public spending cuts were on the way. Hunt said a planned 1% point cut to the basic rate of income tax that had been due to take effect next year will not happen. Australian gambling giant Star Entertainment Group has been fined 100 million Australian dollars for failing to stop money laundering at its Sydney casino. The group's license to operate the casino has also been suspended. The Star has promised to do everything in its power to regain its license and the community's trust. Casino operators in Australia have been under great pressure to reform their gambling operations following reports of widespread criminal activity. And that was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
Amidst all challenges, we will rally around you and advance.
In the face of hardships, let's stand strong together.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Moving on to development news, the Ceylon Electricity Board says that the turbine with the state-of-art technology required for the speedy establishment of Sri Lanka's first liquefied natural gas power plant has been brought to the port of Colombo. The Ceylon Electricity Board also says that this gas turbine, manufactured by the well-known Siemens company in Germany, is one with the most advanced technologies. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by...
With many values that bind us beyond the transaction, we are Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Sri Lanka's second qualifying round match against the United Arab Emirates in the T20 Cricket World Cup will be played today. Only a win in today's match can keep Sri Lanka afloat, with the final qualifying round match against the Netherlands scheduled on Thursday. Sri Lanka have not played much cricket against the United Arab Emirates, whose players are mostly of Indians and Pakistani origin. And that was sports news.
A special interest rate of 15% on savings certificates opened in October. Prarthana for children, Prarthana Plus for adults. NSB Prarthana, your dreams realized.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
A grouping of bakers in Sri Lanka has called for price controls on wheat flour after setting the Consumer Affairs Authority on egg farmers, disrupting the sector which was hit by high poultry feed prices and worsening the rise of selling layer chicks for meat. Sri Lanka's wheat prices shot up amid forex shortages, which hit wheat milling firms and ban on wheat flour exports by India amid a global rise in the wheat due to Federal Reserve money printing and disruptions of Ukraine wheat exports, as well as controls on open account imports. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by...
When I grow up, I'll fly to the moon somehow.
Envision your future now. NSB Prarthana will show you the path to your dreams. This thrift month, open a savings certificate. It's a long-term investment on your future with great returns. A special interest rate of 15% on savings certificates opened in October. Prarthana for children, Prarthana Plus for adults. NSB Prarthana, your dreams realized.
Moving on to economic news, the Sri Lanka tea exports fell 8.02% from a year ago to 21.5 million kilograms in September 2022, but rupee and dollar incomes hit a record, Forbes and Walker, a Colombo-based tea brokerage, said. The average rupee value of the kilogram of exported tea hit 1,981 rupees and 63 cents, the highest monthly value, up from 1,951 rupees and 82 cents in August. Forbes said. The dollar value also rose 70 cents to 5.52 in September from $5.45 in August. And that was economic news. And moving on to weather report, the Met Department says showers or thundershowers to occur at times in the western, Sabragama, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in the western, Sabragama and central provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur elsewhere over the island during the afternoon or night. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. And that was weather report. To wind up the news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 will be presented today. Minister of Justice says that 150 votes in the House is enough to pass the proposed 22nd Amendment to the Constitution. Agri loans are handed over to farmers for the Maha season. The President instructs district secretaries to provide immediate relief to those affected by adverse weather conditions. Fuel prices slashed. The Archbishop of Colombo requests Catholics to celebrate Christmas this year and avoid lavish spending on decorations. And with that, we conclude this news broadcast, or the morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. It's back to sound the town to keep you company with the rest of the programs this